We are Fairy Tale!
I am Natsu Dragneel.
Hey, I'm Gray.
Put your clothes back on, you damn underpants, Shogun.
Oh, you want to go, General Snowface?
Yeah, come on, bring it, droopy eyes.
I'm Loki, and ladies, my number is... And you can text me anytime.
I am Elman, hair from my fist to meet your face.
Natsu!
What?
Hi. Hey, Natsu!
Huh?
Lucy likes you.
Don't say weird shit like that when I'm trying to fight Gray! Oh yeah? Well, you still haven't beaten me yet, Gray.
Oh yeah, you want to go again?
Bring it then!
Until the two of you are stronger than me, no fighting!
I'll be good.
Urza, why don't you just let them be? Isn't it better this way?
Hey, Charle. Yeah? Here's a biscuit cup for you. No way.
Hey, Natsu. Remember when I asked you if I could be your wife a long while back?
Uh-huh.
That question still stands.
What?
It still stands.
Don't you get involved in this, Gray.
Is the big bad Natsu gonna get angry?
Fire Dragon's Fist!
Whoever the hell else we feel like bringing into this show, I'll give you a clue. Shooba-dooba! So hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Fairy Tale Podcast. We've got a short crew with you today. Again, we were really behind on these, so actually Dragon Con's in full swing while we're recording this, so Loki is not available. So we've got a couple of things in podcast news to go over real quick. And first is to talk about AWA real quick, Anime Weekend Atlanta. Now, we still don't have the schedule in for them, but we do have the firm confirmation that we are going to have the hosting duties for the Fairy Tale fan panel. So we will be running a Fairy Tale fan panel. As soon as we know what the schedule is going to be like, then we'll start talking about all of the Fairy Tale photo shooting stuff that we're going to be trying to do, because we are planning on holding a photo shoot for Fairy Tale. But we need to schedule it right so that we're not trying to schedule over a time that will actually be like at a panel. So hopefully we can get this taken care of. And it's a chance to come by and meet us and hang out. And Todd Habercorn said he might come by and crash it. So it's always a good time. Share your love of the series, get new people into the series, and maybe get to talk to a voice actor. You never know. Again, moving on to New York Comic Con. If you haven't heard, what rock have you been hiding under? But the main four for the English cast of Fairy Tale will actually be there. So you're going to have Erza, Gray, Natsu, and Lucy. That will all be there. Those voices, in case you haven't listened to episode 2 yet, that's basically Todd Habercorn, Jeremy Lay, Newton Pittman, and Colleen Klinkenbeard. And basically the four of them are going to be there to promote the dub for Fairy Tale that's going to be released in October. The next bit that is really important about the New York Comic Con is that to help promote the dubs, they're bringing over Hiro Mashima from Japan. So the creator of Fairy Tale is going to be there. And if you can get there, I completely urge you to go. I don't care what awesome con that you've been going to for years and years. Don't go to that one and go to this one instead. Save your money, go to this one, because it's one of those things. You will hate yourself if you don't go. 'Cause I know I will if I don't. I'm totally going to hate myself if I don't go. I plan to get, like, some signing done with him for the people from the crew that can't be there. I'm going to try and get as much stuff for everybody as I can. I may be taking back one of the birthday presents from Happy so that I can get it signed for her. So I might get her key set signed by Hiro Mashima, which I'm pretty sure she won't have a problem with. She's like, oh, it's a cool birthday present, and now you're going to get it signed by the guy that made the show. Yeah! Our next big bit of news is that we finally have our feed, and we are up on iTunes. So we've got all 9 of the episodes that we've released so far up on iTunes, as well as the first 2 episodes being up on our website. Now, episode 3 all the way through episode 9 are all M4A, which means we set them up so that when you download them on iTunes, they have their own little chapters so that if you want to skip through something that you don't want to hear, like if there's a segment you don't like, or if there is, say, you don't want spoilers, so you don't want to hear the manga recap, you can skip that. And that's how they're set up. But it will only play MP3s on the website. So we wouldn't be able to really do anything for that unless I just ended up putting up an MP3 as well as an M4A. So it'd be a lot more trouble, so I'm just leaving it as an M4A for now. So only the first 2 are available, but you can go onto our website right now and click the play button on there, and it'll literally start playing the MP3 file. And make sure to constantly keep checking back to find out when the next episodes are coming up, because I know we put them up on YouTube now. All 9 are up on YouTube. But, I mean, there's just so much that's going to be happening in the next week. It's going to get crazy. Last but not least, and we're going to keep this podcast news instead of fairy tale news for now, but we're going to start doing updates about what voice actors from Fairy Tail are going to be going to what cons. Right now, Todd Habercorn is at KumoriCon in Portland, Oregon, and that's actually he's there now, but the con starts tomorrow, so it's the 3rd through the 5th. So if you're up and around the Portland, Oregon area, Todd's there. Go hang out, have fun, meet Todd, shake his hand, get some autographs, tell him you can't wait to hear him as Natsu, ask him some questions, and then post back to us, let us know how things are. Yeah. That is all the news we have for you today, and we are going to move on to the anime recap. Alright, so this week's anime episodes are episodes 16 and 17. And 16 basically starts off pretty much where we left off on 15. It's Natsu was facing off against Leon, and Gray actually shows up, and he's about to perform Ice Shell, and then, of course, Natsu decks him in the face, and he's all like, WTF?
That hurt, by the way.
Natsu's like, wouldn't you killing yourself be like running away? And then that starts up the whole thing where they're always yelling at each other. And then the place starts shaking. And the temple actually resets itself after Natsu had destroyed those pillars. Like, somehow it righted itself. Meanwhile, this entire time, Happy, Lucy, and Erza are taking on pretty much the rest of the people that are there. You find out that the short dude with the mask fix the temple. This pisses Natsu off, and he goes chasing after him, telling Gray that he better not lose to Leon, and Gray's like, yeah, don't even worry about it. Then they start to have their little talk, and Leon reveals that he actually knew that Ul was alive as the ice, and that pisses Gray off, and thus the fight ensues. And so they start fighting. It's kind of hand-to-hand at a point in time. There's a flashback of Natsu and Gray fighting when they were little kids. It basically encourages Gray to get back up, not give up, not give in. They keep beating the hell out of each other, until Leon basically cheats and uses magic. Cancer shows up in the fight again, and what I thought was really hilarious about the moment that he shows up is, as soon as he does it, he shows up with a batch of roses for Erza and starts calling her Erza-sama, and he says snip. It's just hilariously funny. It's that random moment of humor.
Has he got rid of saying everything?
I remember.
No, he says snip shrimp. So, yeah, I know. Snip shrimp. Natsu ends up finding the masked guy, saying that it was really easy because he had kind of a girly smell. You find out that he can control time using time arc. And Natsu's like, yeah, what the fuck ever. Arc of time, pork of time, it doesn't matter to me. Then we get some flashbacks of when she was fighting against Deliora. And the battle between Gray and Leon actually kicks off in full swing. And you find out that Leon's actually a bit stronger Leon's actually weaker than Gray because of the way he uses his magic. He casts his ice make
Weak one-handed magic.
One-handed, so it's unbalanced, and that means that Gray's ice make is actually stronger. And the episode ends with Deliora actually being freed, beginning to be freed from the ice. Like half of him has been freed from the ice. And that's how we end episode 16. We start up Fairy Tail, obviously this arc continuing on from where we were. There's a giant ripple effect going across from Moondrip across the island, and it's throwing the bad guys all around. Or it's actually throwing the villagers around. Erza and Lucy finally make it into the temple. Natsu is still fighting with Masked Boy. And it just kind of looks like he's basically he's doomed to repeat doing the same thing all the time. Until finally he gets in there, and he's got the greatest quote ever. He's like, so what if you could control time? I can control the future. In 1 second, I'm going to punch you. And then he punches him. Let's see. Erza, Lucy, and Happy get to the top of the temple, and you find out that Toby, the little dog boy, is the only one up there performing the Moondrip ceremony, so he's been the one person performing it. Deliora is now free. Gray makes it down to where Natsu is. Leon manages to drag his ass down there. He's sitting there saying, I will defeat you, I will defeat you, and then Gray just hits him in the back of the neck and knocks him the fuck out.
Pussy.
Gray walks up. He's going to use the ice shell on Deliora. Natsu gets in front of him and says, are you stupid? There's a reason I stopped you before. Deliora's going to punch at them. Natsu's going to fight him back. Gray thinks he's retarded and nuts. And actually, I mean, their fists collide, and you just see Deliora kind of shatter. Natsu's kind of surprised. He's like, that wasn't me. And everybody's got shocked face going on. And you realize that this was basically, Ul had been sucking away at the life force of Deliora for about 10 years. And all they ended up seeing when they freed him was his last moments. And then Ul's ice melts and goes out into the ocean. Lucy and Happy meet up with Natsu. Natsu's happy until he turns to his right and sees Erza, tries to run away like a scared little bitch. It's hilarious. I love how he's not afraid of anything going on here until he sees Erza.
But we're all afraid of Erza.
Yeah, everyone's afraid of Erza. Let's see, they confront that they're talking about how the villagers, nothing's really happened with the villagers yet. Leon says that they never interfered with the villagers, and the villagers never interfered with them the entire time they were there. Erza's like, okay, bye. And you find out that, yeah, everybody's kind of unsatisfied with this until you get a chance to see that everybody that they were fighting, that were teamed up with Leon, were all people that have been hurt by Deliora, like their families had been killed. Something tragic had happened to them because of Deliora, and they more or less were doing this out of vengeance. They get back to the temporary setup for the village, and they don't find anybody there, and they realize that the village has been rebuilt, and everybody's back in the village, and they're like, oh my god, what's going on? Natsu's sitting there and knocking on the door, knocking on the walls, going, this is crazy. And he's like, well, maybe the guy that controls time did it. He's like, oh, could it have been him? And then I love that Natsu's like, whatever. And he just keeps on walking. And they talk with the demons. Erza falls through the pitfall trap that apparently got brought back. And apparently it was very cute to everybody. She gets back up as if nothing happened, and that's the best part of it.
That's the only reason why it was cute, because she goes, Kya!
Yeah, because she goes, Kya. And then the best part is the episode actually ends with her saying that they're going to destroy the moon, and she wants Natsu's help to do it, and Natsu's like all pumped up about that. So that is episode 16 and 17. So let's go ahead and go through the list here. Charle, thumbs up or thumbs down for these 2 episodes?
Pause up.
All right, Gray.
Thumbs up, and they said pause then.
Elfman.
Thumbs up.
Lisanna.
Thumbs up.
All right, so what is one thing you liked or didn't like about these episodes? Charle.
I liked when Erza fell in the trap, and she just goes boing and comes back, and she just keeps on talking.
Elfman.
I liked how Erza wasn't affected at all.
Gray.
I liked it when Happy was just like, Lucy, are you hungry? When Deliora is roaring.
Lisanna.
Cancer in the flowers.
All right, and what do you think was better? Do you think that the anime was better at this particular point of the story, or was it the manga that was better in doing this particular point of the story? Charle.
Can I say both?
Okay. Elfman.
I'll have to say the anime, personally.
Okay. Gray.
Anime.
Anime? Okay. Lisanna.
Anime.
Alrighty, so that wraps us up for the anime recap, and we are going to move on to Charle, who has some magical education for us.
Today on Charles Magical Education, I'm going to cover Cana. Cana's magic type is a holder type, and she uses card magic. Cana can usually be found at the bar with a giant barrel of alcohol, drinking it out of the barrel. Her card magic works by using cards. Now she can use these cards at close distances and long range. She can also use them as projectiles. Along with this, she can summon the picture off the card or trap someone in the card. Some people think that you can also use this magic in communication, tracking, and fortune telling. But this is also just speculation and has yet to be proven. Her card moves are Sexy Lady card, the Prayers Fountain, Sleep card, Help Lucy card, Jolt of Fate, Summon Lightning, and Explosion cards. And that wraps it up for Charles Magical Education. Going to hand it over to Elfman for Cooking with Elfman.
Today on Cooking with Elfman, I'm going to teach you how to make something I call turtles.
Sounds good.
You take one male turtle
No,
and one
no.
female turtle.
No, these are edible turtles.
Edible turtle.
And they made a bacon.
So this is the episode that the Shredder is going to be listening to.
Yeah, this is
I'll get you.
Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
Now, this recipe goes for per turtle, so you can make as many as you want.
Because only real men eat turtles.
Exactly. So first off, you're going to need 1 pound of ground or minced beef, 5 jumbo hot dog sausages.
I want 5 jumbo hot dogs.
I don't want to
Do
have
that. 8 to 10 pieces of streaky bacon, depending on how tightly you pack the beef.
I will pack that beef packet. That's not backwards.
You will tightly pack that beef.
There you go.
That's what she said.
How you do this is you form ground beef into a circular turtle shell. Now, if you want to, you can put cheese slices underneath the bacon.
Oh, I know what you're making.
And what you do is you cut the hot dog sausages up a little bit, and then you put them as the legs, the tail, and the head of the turtle. Now, after you do that, you put them on the baking tray. You put them in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit until done. And when they're done, you cut them in half, and nom 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 nom.
And nom 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 nom. That's a very manly term, by the way.
And that's it for Cooking with Elfman. I shall pass it on to Lisanna for Venus's Gallery.
Welcome to Regis' Gallery. I am your host, Lisanna, for this section. And for today's episode, I have got a very, very, very lovely piece titled Natsu by, I'm going to go with No Shiel. Anyways, what I'm really, really, really enjoying about this piece is the coloring and the texture on the skin. It looks real. The scarf maybe not so much, but you know what? Some things can slide. But I mean, they really, really, really paid attention to anatomy for this picture. Everything looks like it should. Hell, they even put in fingernails. You don't see a lot of fan artists do that these days. It's kind of the sad truth. But I mean, the motion, the fluid, like hair, and oh my gosh, the lightning and fire is absolutely incredible. That's probably my favorite part. That or the eyes, because look at how they shaded the eyes. They really, really, on the left one, they really reflected the fire in it. And with that being said, I'm going to go around the table and get everybody's opinions. Luxus, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Toes up.
Gray?
In the middle.
Natsu?
Thumbs down.
Charle?
Paul's halfway.
Happy?
I'm just what Charle says, because, you know, I'm Charles' bitch.
Damn.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
Elfman?
Saw it coming. Give it a 35 up.
Alright. One thing you liked or disliked about this picture, Luxus.
I'm still staring at it.
Can I say that's a good thing or a bad thing?
You know, I can't really make up my mind at the moment.
Alright. Gray.
I hate his face. Looks like the devil.
Natsu?
Just one thing? The eyes are just, I hate the eyes.
Charle?
I have to agree with Natsu. They kind of look like marbles instead of eyeballs.
What's really funny is everything that she said she liked about this image is pretty much everything that I dislike about the image.
No, those eyes are the fucking devil, dude. Look at that.
Those are some creepy ass eyes.
Staring into your soul and
not in a good way.
Yeah. This looks like Natsu in like 15 years or something. If he got like possessed.
No. We have finally found Charle Khan's killer. Charle Khan had a killer. We just found him.
Alright, come on, let's get on with it. Happy?
I like the colors.
And Elfman?
He wants to touch my tra-la-la.
Alright, one word to describe this image. Luxus.
Creepy.
Gray?
Satan.
Natsu.
Evil.
Charle.
Possessed.
I like that one. Happy?
Colors.
Elfman.
Tra-la-la.
Alright. That's gonna wrap us up for this week's section in Reese's Gallery, and I'm gonna hand it back to Natsu.
Alrighty, and yeah, that wraps us up for all of our segments, and we are now going to move on to the manga recap. Alright, so this week's chapter is chapter 247, and it's called Right Beside Each Other. And I like the image for this one, especially because we just got done talking about most of these people in the anime recaps. It's got Sherry, and Yuka, and Toby, and Leon, and Jura. And it's basically kind of showing the Lamia Scale Guild group that was with them for Horacion Seis. And the title and the dialogue this time is, under the protection of their liege, they shine like scales, honoring their princess's smile with a snake's fangs. And so now we move on to the story, and it starts off with the three cats, so there's going to be some funniness going on. So here we go.
You think
It doesn't look like a power source to me.
Grimoire Heart? No, it can't be.
I heard voices from inside.
What? How did they get in this room?
They found us.
I'll stop the enemy from getting in. You two find a way to stop that. Stop it.
Let's do it, Happy.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
Happy voice. Alright, I love this. When Panther Lily is running over there, you see the fairy tale mark on his back. That's just awesome. I love that.
Huh?
Whoa!
What's this guy?
Don't flinch! Move it!
Oh!
BAMF! I'm taking this.
Hey, that's my sword.
I love this Happy moment. This is great. Go for it, Happy.
He said, stop it! But how?
It looks like we'll have to mess with anything we can touch.
Oh my god, that's Happy's specialty.
And now we have a sword that changes size. It's just like my Buster Mom, because I'm dead sexy. In a miniskirt. No.
God damn it. Defend the room!
We have to defend this room with our lives, no matter the cost.
I like it. This is my weapon now.
Oh, damn.
Oh, the Musica sword was so expensive, though.
I like how he's crying and shit in that image, too. And now we move back to Hades. Bum-ba-da-dum.
Abyssal magic?
What awesome power.
Oh.
Natsu! Wake up! Please!
My body won't...
To walk the path of magic is to sink into the deepest levels of darkness, beyond the depths, shining in the deep abyss, is the magic of one. Just a little more, and I will reach the magic of one. But that infinitesimal distance is the deepest stretch of my path. The great world of magic fills that depth. The world Zeref inhabits. Tonight, with Zeref's awakening, the world will change. Soon, I will obtain the magic of one.
The magic of one. That's right. I remember hearing this before somewhere. Mama?
You little ones cannot pass into the great world of magic. You lack the resolve to step into the abyssal deep.
What's he doing?
From the chapter 4, scripture 12 of the book of Zeref. Hidden magic. The punishers of heaven. Nemesis.
Oh no, black dogs!
Nom nom nom.
No, that's aliens from Aliens vs. Predator.
It was a shark.
He's creating demons from the rubble?
No. No.
With the magic power of the abyss, I can spawn demons from even the lowliest of rocks. They are at once the dancing children of demons and judges of heaven. This is hidden magic.
Each and every one of those things has so much power, it's pointless to resist. Impossible.
I'm scared. Scared.
Even I'm shaking in fear.
The hell am I scared for? God damn it.
I can't. I'm too frightened. Please, somebody, give us courage.
Grab.
Not to.
It looks like I've got a comrade right beside me after all.
Fear isn't evil. It only allows us to learn our own weaknesses.
When we learn our own weakness, people can grow stronger and kinder. We've learned our own weaknesses right now. So what do we do next? Grow stronger! Face them head on! We're all alone. It might be too frightening to bear. But we're all right beside each other. We've got our comrades right here. There's nothing to fear! We're not alone!
A delightfully empty set of words. But even that ends now.
As long as we have each other.
We don't have fear.
That's it. Right, Natsu?
Wobble wobble.
Even if we don't have any magic left.
We won't give up until the end.
That is fairy tale. Let's roll!
What can you accomplish with such minuscule power? Dance. Demons of rubble and stone.
Then we have all action. Oh god, tentacle rape. And they dodge the rape. They're like, no hentai in this manga shall there be.
Because I don't want to rip clothes to begin with.
Right, I think so.
Me and Wendy are like,
our clothes are already ripped. No more hentai.
and we throw you.
Natsu stumbles, and he falls, and Lucy and Wendy catch him, and pull him forward, and throw him. They smile, because they know they're both going to throw him. Erza and Grace see it, and they're like, oh shit, it's a flying Natsu. Kick it! So they kick it, and Natsu bounces off of their feet. He's yelling, and then we go back to Hades. So,
Send everything to the bottom of darkness. It's time for the sun to sink. Fairy tale.
And then boom!
Goes the dynamite.
They're keeping up with their typical fairy tale-ness, blowing up shit.
Yeah, that's basically a city's worth of destruction right there.
Yep.
To be continued in chapter 248, Dawn of Tenro Island.
Fairy tale, why you do that?
And I like the color on this one. The color on the page 20 was really, really well done. It was very well done.
It is well done.
And you know what? 22's not bad either because it has boobies. Alright, so let's go through the list. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Charle.
Balls up.
Elfman.
Thumbs up.
Gray.
Thumbs up.
Happy.
Up-oo.
Lisanna.
If my feet had thumbs, they would be up too.
Luxus.
Toes up.
What is one thing you liked or did not like about this chapter? Charle.
I liked that we are kicking ass.
Elfman.
Motherfucking Hades semi-tentacle rape. What?
Gray.
I kicked Natsu.
Happy.
I like how Panther Lily turned into a BAMF.
Lisanna.
But that sword cost me so much money.
Okay. Luxus.
I like the explosions.
So, we're not going to pretend to even guess what's going to happen in the next chapter, because obviously at this point in time we know. So, no predictions. So, what did you guys think of this recap? We're going to skip that too, because they don't want to hear our opinions right now. I think everybody has a negative light on this manga recap, and we don't want to put a downer on it. So, Alright, so that does it for the manga recap. And basically this episode of the podcast, and that's all that's left to do is to just name this episode. So episode 11 shall be called what, Charle?
The destruction of a city.
Elfman.
Sweat out tentacle rape.
Gray.
Hades gets bitch slapped.
Happy.
BAMF.
Lisanna.
Fairy tale blows up something else.
Luxus.
Boom.
Episode 11. Boom. Okay. And I think I'm going to have a wonderful play on words for my vote, and we'll see how this gets responded. Panther Lily is happy to see Charle.
I like
Boom, BAMF, and RAWR.
See, why
There
didn't
we
you
go.
say that at the beginning? That was all Boom,
Okay.
BAMF, and RAWR. See, there we
Well,
go. Okay. I like that one, too. All right. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode, and we are going to play through all the ways that you can get a hold of us.
Find out about the latest fairy tale news, when the next episode is out, or to post on our blogs and let us know what you thought, visit fairytalepodcast.wordpress.com. You can also send us an email to fairytalepodcast@gmail.com.
Of course, all our videos are up on YouTube until we find a good feed to host them for iTunes and Zune. However, we do not have all the audio up on our Mega Upload account, which is linked in the description for every video we post up.
If you want to follow us on Twitter to see what pretty pictures we find, new logos, con info, and awesome music, follow us at FairyTaleCast.
Keep up to date on when the newest episodes and chapters come out, as well as chat with other fans of the podcast and the fairy tale community. Discuss all your latest obsessions, share news, and chat with the crew of the podcast. Also be sure to send us your AMVs to post as well as any cosplay images you have. Help our community of fans to grow. Alright, so don't forget to check us out on iTunes now, because, we finally have the feed up on iTunes. Just type in Fairy Tale Podcast in the little search bar on iTunes. We've also got a link posted up on the Facebook page, the Twitter page, and it's also posted up on our website, so make sure to check that out. We want to get that subscriber count going, and that way we know how many people are actually listening to us as opposed to just trying to go off of Facebook to see who's actually paying attention. And I know not everybody's going to check out the YouTube page, so we're just trying to see how we're doing. But don't forget that the reason we're all here, of course, is to support the series of Fairy Tale, and it's really simple to do that. All you have to do is purchase the manga, the anime when it comes out, all the incredible swag that's out there, and any video games that may or may not drop. Well, hey, if we hear anything about video games, trust me, we will bring it up. So please be a fan. Don't be an internet pirate, because we're mages, and mages are so much cooler than pirates. It's gonna start sounding like we have nothing but hatred for pirates because of Konoha Corner and Fairy Tale. Hey, keep Hiro Mashima employed. We love you, Mashima Sensei. Please keep writing, and we won't steal. Yay. Alright, I am Natsu Dragneel, and I am saying I avoided the hentai. Woot.
I'm Charle, and oh shit, Panther Lily got big.
That's what she said.
My.
Damn it, Decay!
I'm Hades, and I'll get you next time, Natsu.
This is not Inspector Gadget, Tammy. I can totally see Natsu reading the thing that says this message will self-destruct in 5 seconds, and then he's just waiting, and it blows up in his face, and you just see him eating the fire. He's like, oh yay! They gave me a message and left me a snack.
Yay! I'm Elfman. Why did I get any kind of a rape?
Sick.
I've definitely seen enough hentai to see where this chapter will go.
I'm happy to play with my BAMF fuzzy.
I am Lisanna, and my train of thought has left the station.
I'm Luxus, and I really want to punch something cute and fluffy in the face right now.
Happy? Huh? Alright, so that is it for us. We are signing out. Peace from the greatest guild in the world.
Where is Pussy?
My God.
And put
All
the rules.